It's alive!
Welcome back to Card Corner. Today we're doing an unboxing and review of the Boys Choir playing cards by YGH. All right, we got a deck here of Boys Choir playing cards. Boys! You know, the fish guys. This came out a little bit ago. When I first saw it, I was kind of lukewarm on them. I didn't really want to pay the full asking price. And free plug right here, I got these from About Cardistry, and they had them at a really cheap price. So I picked up a single deck. Let's just jump right into these. It's got pull tabs. You can open your cards nice and easily. So on the front of the tuck box and on the back, we see the back design that they used. This is a collaboration between YGH and a brand called Boys Choir. Now, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I did zero research into who Boys Choir are. I have no idea. They might be an actual choir, or they might be like a clothing brand or something. I don't know, okay? And I'm not gonna Google it. Anyways, it features a note on the front with these kind of like swirly designs here. And on the bottom it says Boys Choir playing cards. And it says replace your cards every 2 to 3 months. That's a generous timeline, I would say. Oh, before we continue with this video, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps out my channel. And as always, if you'd like to see more playing card content and reviews, make sure to subscribe. You can even hit the bell button to get notified when new videos drop. Back to the review. Bam, there's the back design. It's a pretty bold one-way back design. I do like it. You know, at first I was like, meh, but it kind of grew on me. I like a black and white deck. I like a one-way back design. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Here are the Jokers. Very gothic art right here. We get a red and a black Joker. What's actually even going on? I have no idea. It looks like a cloaked figure and some sort of winged animal. I don't know. Here's the Ace of Hearts. It's just a punk. It's a bro with a mohawk. I like the art design and I like the art style. Get some standard number cards right here. What the hell? It took me a minute to realize what was happening. This is a person with a microphone. It seems like we only get customized things in the aces. Here's another one. Here's a person kind of like soft T-posing, you know? And here is the Ace of Spades. It says YGH Boys Choir 2023. These are pretty cool. Again, I like the artwork. I like the art style. Out the box, they fan pretty well. These were made in Taiwan. I do like me some decks made in Taiwan. I think they are the second best when it comes to the pecking order. Pretty fans with those swirly designs kind of bleeding through. Let's give it an out-of-box rating. Back design. I will give this back design like an 8, a solid 8. It did grow on me. However, it's still not like the coolest back design I've ever seen, but it's a pretty cool, minimal one-way back design. Stands out, pretty nice. Feeling and handling. Taiwan decks, although I do say they're like second best in the pecking order, sometimes just like all other companies, pretty hit or miss when it comes to the feeling and handling. I'm not like super blown away by these right out the box. For now, I'll give them a solid 8, and I'm going to have to see how they break in and hold up. Overall theme and aesthetic, I will give these, for now, I'll give them like a 9. They have some nice customization in the aces. Outside of that, we get some standard court cards and some standard number cards. Really cool Jokers as well. Again, I like the really kind of gritty gothic aesthetic that they went for. All right, I am going to handle these cards for a little while, and I will be right back. All right, here's my final score and review of the Boys Choir playing cards. Back design, out of the box, I gave this an 8. We're gonna stick to an 8. Like I said, I like the bold, simple back design. Can't go wrong with a black and white deck. Overall, it's pretty solid. Feeling and handling, out of the box, I gave these an 8. Oh, brother, I'm landing on a 5 for this deck. These don't handle well. They're kind of stinky poo-poo. I don't like them. It really bummed me out. I don't like them. Look, is it the absolute worst deck of cards I've handled? Probably not. But this deck absorbs hand juices like the most fantastic sponge you've ever come across. It soaks up your hand juices and it clumps and sticks awful. Like shit. Like it's so bad. They clump, but not only do they clump, they feel wet. This is a wet ass deck of cards. A wad, if you will. Wet ass deck, bro. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of how these feel. I'm sorry. Overall theme and aesthetic. Out of the box, I gave them a 9. I'm gonna land closer to an 8. I feel like they could have done a little bit more. The deck is pretty standard outside of the aces and the jokers, but those are pretty well customized. So I feel like an 8 is pretty good. I feel like they could have done more with the court cards though. Overall, that gives the boys choir playing cards a total deck score of 7. Oh, again, it's not the worst deck of cards in the world, but it's a bit disappointing. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please make sure to like this video, comment down below, what do you think of the boys choir playing cards? Do you have any? How do you like how they feel in particular? Do they feel good to you? Do they feel icky, sticky, gross, bleh? If you have a buddy who is interested in cards, make sure to send them my channel, and I will see you on the next one.